All right, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to our great show today. My name is Tabletop Junkie, and I am here with my co-hosts, the Witch King and Toby. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
No.
So we are here, and we are going to be doing an actual play of Star Trek Adventures for you guys today. So we hope that you guys sit back and enjoy this. This is our ship that we are going to be using. The Witch King is going to be playing Zeph, who originally started out his career on the USS Haelstrom, and then Tobey 1201 is playing Rollis Tren, and he came from the USS Haelstrom too, and both of them have transferred to the USS Tolkein, which is a Norway Class vessel.
I love it.
So you guys have just made the full transfer. You guys were not at Deep Space Nine originally. The ship did pick you up on a ship-to-ship transfer, and you guys are asked to before reporting to the captain to please report to your stations. Rollis Trin is actually taking over station as helm, so he is still a chief officer of a starship. So you immediately go to the helmsman, to the current helmsman, who is actually transferring off as well for another promotion. Zeph, you have not been told about your position, but you were told to go to engineering, which is fine. That's where you basically started out your career. You're still an engineer, but you were told to report to engineering.
Okay, then I head to engineering.
You walk into engineering, and everybody is staring at you.
I'm here to report for an engineering position. I just transferred.
A fellow officer who's carrying a lower rank than you can tell because he's only a lieutenant, comes up and says, "Well, sir, to be honest, the position that's yours is chief engineer. We were actually waiting for you to give us orders, and you weren't told by the previous captain as a surprise that when you transferred and was upgraded to lieutenant commander, you have became chief engineer of the USS Tolkien."
Please give me a pad of current diagnostics. Everything to do with the ship. Please, I mean, I have studied the ship fairly in depth, but I need current routines being run on the intelligence software. I need transporter arrays. I need everything. Please get it for me now. Please stop.
Yes, I will. But is there a particular schedule, or do you want them all at once?
All at once, please.
Okay. So the officer also shows you where the chief engineer sits for a little bit, because remember the chief engineer does have a little small section for himself, and he starts putting data pads there. Not all the work's been completed, but what they got completed so far is what's on your desk, which is a couple hours worth.
Okay, since I don't need to sleep, but once a week a year, I'm just gonna get right into it.
All right. Meanwhile, on the bridge, the captain is a female human. Her name is Amelia Flores. And as soon as you come on the bridge, you report to the captain, and you do report to the helmsman. The helmsman is pretty much the same rank. He's actually just upgraded to lieutenant, but the captain gives the orders. And so she's got the bun in her hair, like the military style bun. Her hair is very well done, and she says, Lieutenant Junior Rollis Tren. It is nice to see you, and it's nice to finally meet you. A very renowned child of two Starfleet diplomats, and of two separate worlds, and as well as the best helmsman that I heard, the best helmsman of the USS Haelstrom. It is a pleasure to meet you.
You are thinking of the word. You honor me too much, Captain. Thank you for the praises.
Well, honored too much. Believe it or not, Mr. Tren, I will definitely make sure that you have earned your spot and the title of Best Helmsman of the USS Haelstrom, as well as, from what I heard, current diplomat of the Cleon Empire. Apparently, you are well renowned by a family of the Cleons. Hence the little pendant that you wear on your uniform still, even though you're not Cleon. So I am, you think I honor you too much. I don't think I honor you enough. But we will be talking more about that. Why don't you take your station?
Right away, ma'am. How do you spell her name? 'Cause I'm
Uh,
taking notes.
Amelia Flores would be Emilia, and then Flores
Emi.
Lia.
Is this a futuristic spelling of Amelia?
No.
Oh,
Flores. Flores, right?
Yes.
I always thought Amelia was spelled Amelia.
This one is different. There's multiple different ways to spell it from many different cultures.
Okay,
Yep, I chose
fair
a
enough.
I chose a cultural background. So,
Oh. Fair enough.
all right. So the captain says, Mr. Trent, please set course for Deep Space Nine. We do need a rendezvous there. And if
Right
you
away,
could,
then.
there's no reason to get there quite fast right now. We are making well on schedule, so please warp 7.
Yes, ma'am.
So you set the coordinates and you warp off at warp 7, which is kind of cruising speeds. I think for Norway class, that would still be cruising speeds because they were made in the 2371 era, so the 24th century. So yeah, we're warp anything over warp 9.99 is kind of maxed. So
Unless you're in the Delta Quadrant.
Oh, this is great because I just remembered reading something.
well, you guys do spend the better part of your day getting used to your stations and whatnot, but then you do receive a small communique. It's not really over the PA, it's just you did receive a message over your consoles to please report to the captain's ready room. Both of you guys did receive that at the exact same time.
Oh,
I
at the
head
exact
over.
same time. Wow. Zap, having finished the vast majority of his duty, if not all of it already, he heads to the not transporter, but the elevator, basically, and leaves the engineering deck and heads up to command.
All right. On your way, you do run into Rollis Trin.
Rollis, man, I had no idea you'd be on this cruise.
I did. I knew you were
I
gonna
knew
be
I
here.
was going to be on here, but they didn't tell me you were going to be on here, man.
They told me you were gonna be on here.
Why wouldn't they tell me?
You haven't learned yet, my friend. People like pranking you.
All right, so
Well,
you.
let's go to the captain.
All right, so you guys enter into the captain's chamber. You ring the bell, and all you hear is "Come in, please." And you guys do come in, and she's like, my new officers, please have a seat."
Of course, captain.
This is a bit of just an informal meeting. I just wanted to get to know you two better. Zeph, you have been renowned by your captain as the best engineer he had, just under the chief engineer of the USS Haelstrom, as well as Rollis Trin has not only got the best helmsman, because you did get out of a few you got the ship out of a few scrapes. You also been renowned as a very well diplomat of the Cleon. So the captain has spoken on. Captain of the USS Haelstrom has spoken well on all your behalves. I do have your service records here and your behavioral reports. Zeph, you got the highest honors, as well as Mr. Trin. It seems like you did start off with some rough times, but now that you're here, I hope that is beyond you, and I hope that now you are ready to begin your career as a real Starfleet officer. You seem to be very well mannered, and I'm glad to have you on my ship.
Thank you.
So
Pleasure to be here.
well, you're very welcome. So I don't want to keep you two, but I do need to bring you guys up to speed on what's currently going on. As you know, we are heading to Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine has been working on a project to help the agriculture of Cardassia Prime. You guys made well aware of this, that Cardassia Prime's been under agricultural issues ever since the war between them and the Bajorians.
Yes, we actually had a Cardassian Starfleet officer we've worked with for a time.
Tech or Dole, when I found out I was getting you guys, I was gonna I did place in a request for Tech or Dole, but Tech or Dole has actually, well, quite frankly, has declined my offer of joining the USS Tolkein, which I was very distraught on, but I still got 2 out of the 3 best officers I could have.
Of course. Well, keep trying with him because he's an excellent medical officer.
I imagine, and the first Cardassian to be in Starfleet.
Of course.
I mean, it's it's a great honor for him. But I mean, I think he might want to stay on the USS Haelstrom. As you both know, the reason why the transfers went through so great is because you guys are the best. And instead of the captain keeping you, he didn't want to stop your careers, because you do realize the USS Haelstrom is less than 3 years away from being decommissioned, and the entire Miranda Class will be decommissioned as well. We will no longer have any more Miranda Class vessels, and they've served us for well over 100 years. Fine
It'll
vessels,
be a
they...
smooth happens, but new change must always win out.
Exactly. Well, maybe we'll come up with another type class vessel to replace the Miranda Class. Even though they weren't very big, they were very well fitted for space exploration in my boat. I come from a science engineer background, sort of, but I've always been a natural explorer. I love exploring, and I love having people underneath me that love exploring space as well as I do. So, well, bringing you guys up to speed, DS9 has been working on a project to accelerate and cause massive growth within mere months to a year that would turn around the agricultural status of Cardassia Prime. What they were asking us to do is not only deliver the package to Cardassia Prime so they can begin repair, and they would be fully turned around and have enough food for everybody within less than a year's time. They want us to look also over the work, and you two have been requested, as well as my chief medical officer.
I see. Well, I'll do my best to hold to the ideals of Starfleet in this situation, but this is going to be tough.
I mean, it is, but there was a team on there, and they said they think they got everything through, and they're just waiting for another team to check it over. I just want to double check everything over in case something does go wrong. You guys are well equipped to handle the system. Mr. Trent, your expertise is more or less going to be you, regardless of Mr. Zepp's status as Lieutenant Commander. He's still in engineering, basically the engineering division. Mr. Tren, I would like to give you a chance to prove yourself in command. You will actually be running the team.
It would be my pleasure. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I hope you can excel very well. Mr. Zepp, however, will be ordered to also advise, as that he is Lieutenant Commander and he is in command of, Chief Engineer. I will leave him to advise you, as well as my Chief Medical Officer will be attending. We do not have... They did request 6 Starfleet officers. Unfortunately, I can only spare 3. You 2 and 1 other.
That is just fine. We're used to working on threadbare schedules and stuff like.
Hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, we are getting ready to try out our new EMH program, Emergency Medical Hologram. My ship was just outfitted with a brand new version.
Oh, I've heard so much about those.
Well, actually, it's actually getting better. We're getting ready to advance them a little bit further to where they can travel not only throughout the entire ship, but off the ship. We actually think we might have made a breakthrough technology with the mobile emitter from Voyager. As you know, Voyager has been returned home for about 2 years now.
Yes, I actually met Captain, or I guess she's Admiral now, Janeway.
Yes, Admiral Janeway. She is something else.
Honestly, she was one of my heroes when I was an early graduate of Starfleet.
Oh, I will say that I've been a captain a long time. She was in my graduating class, and I do want to say this about Admiral Janeway now. The only reason why I'm not an admiral yet is because I love the captain's seat of a starship. I love exploring. However, I don't think... My other thing is that maybe I'm trying to find a way... I mean, how do you outmatch a captain who's traveled the Delta Quadrant, an unexplored portion of space that even today we can't even get back to.
I have no idea.
She is a mountain compared to everybody. She was fit for retirement as soon as she got back. But no, she wanted to remain in Starfleet. This is her career.
It is very admirable.
Well,
Indeed.
well, hopefully I can live up to some expectations. Like I said, she dwarfs all of our careers with what she had to do with, especially the chief engineer she had to work with. But and a Vulcan security officer, all of them, they are very well known people, and I've got to praise them for the long journey home. And they made it in 7 years, which even at maximum warp, they couldn't make it back in 70. So
Yeah.
they had to work at the seat of their pants. That's another reason why I brought you guys in. I want you guys to do the same thing. If something goes wrong, Rolistrin, you're in command, but I am going to send you with one order and objective is if something does go wrong, you try and fix it. Because if not, this could set things back a long time, and who knows, maybe Cardassia Prime will never be habitable again. And in a few years, it won't be habitable. The only reason why we even had devoted resources to this project is Starfleet wanted to see if we could turn it around in case we are too late on trying to turn it around.
I understand, man.
So,
I understand as well, but I do hope this can work out because diplomatic relations between Cardassia and Starfleet have never been better, and I'd like that to continue.
yes, absolutely, and so does everyone else. That's why I chose you two to accompany the mission with my chief. My chief medical officer is James Hemingway. He's a very well-renowned chief medical officer. Just to let you guys know, he's kind of a little closed off. He was actually from an isolated colony. Was well raised with diplomacy and politics. He did get into that, but his best thing that he actually did get into was medical science. And well, the problem is he goes with medical science based on Vulcan medical science. He does resort to Vulcan logic quite a bit. His parents were not there. He was raised by the Vulcans. Not as you would even think, like, not from people from Vulcan. It's just he had nowhere else. They were on an isolated colony, and nobody got to him, not even the Vulcan government. Once the Vulcan government did save him, he was old enough to join Starfleet, and he did. And he is one of the top highest doctors in Starfleet now. And he is not even had much of a career here. He's, well, Lieutenant Junior as well. He's barely been with us, but he's already exceeded everything. So I definitely want him to join you guys on this research mission.
Of course.
It will be a very interesting experience for both me and him.
All right. Well, is there any questions I can try and help you guys out with? Anything? Did you guys have anything about the mission? Anything at all?
Can I have the technical readouts for everything that we're going to be doing?
Oh, yes. You will be receiving those upon arriving at DS9. Once you actually make it, they will escort you to the project room.
Okay, good.
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
Matt, sorry for interrupting you, Zeph. Will my character, Tabletop, have access to the medicine that he needs to keep his certain ability in check?
The chief medical officer actually did receive that.
So that's what he asked. He was like, will I have my medicine while we are on Deep Space Nine? Because if we do not, it may or may not be very detrimental.
No, actually, Tech Cordol did send over your current medication use due to your inept. I don't think the word inept he used. He said very advanced mental capabilities. So he did send the prescription over, and he did up it a little bit. So yes, my chief medical officer, Lieutenant Junior Hemingway, is actually currently going over everything now, and he is going to make sure he has enough supply to go over for as long as you're over there.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. No, we're going to take care of you, Mr. Tren, and you're going to help, and in return, you're going to take care of our ship, and you're going to take care of this crew as well, and I hope one day to see you in the captain's chair.
It would be an honor.
Well, anything in Starfleet would be an honor, but you two are dismissed if you have nothing else further. If so, please feel free to ask before leaving.
No, that's all for me.
All right.
That is all for now. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And she actually escorts both you guys out to the door in a kind gesture of, that she may be the captain, but she is going to show you guys hospitality.
Awesome.
So, all
Like
right.
this captain.
So you guys do go back for about a day or so to your main stations and everything. She does give you guys a day to the kind of like a few hours before you guys arrive. She does give you guys a day to pack some things because you guys will be over there for roughly about a couple days. So they want to make sure that she wanted you guys to make sure go through your checks, make sure you had your uniforms, any personal items you need before you heading over there. You guys did receive extra data pads stating your exact objective. Mr. Trin is going to oversee as well as support any officers that need supporting. He is to command. He's as well as commanding would involve overseeing the situation and evaluating each problem-solving matter that is needed to be done. Mr. Zepth is also going to act as not just the engineering, but when he does, he will actually enact the proper security measures to help keep everything quiet because Mr. Zepth was told that there is an issue because the Bajorians do not want to see the Cardassians actually strive. But they are well aware of what kind of project is being worked on, and there is a minor group that is protesting against it. And yep, and the chief medical officer will oversee anything over medical long-term, short-term effects over what is being done because they've been informed, you all have been informed actually, that this machine creates an enzyme that causes rapid growth, rapid moisturizing, rapid regeneration of the soil, basically allows seeds and grass to grow at a rapid rate. So there might be some medical effects on the local populace. Just want to make sure that everything is clear, as well as there's a science aspect that he will have to oversee.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So as soon as you guys receive these data pads, what do you guys do at this point as you guys are packing up your items?
I wonder, would I still have the Beagle, right?
Oh yeah.
Then I am packing a toy for him.
We have a pet? That's not fair.
I allowed him to have
had-
a Beagle. We had Tribbles. Are you kidding me?
Details.
So I pack a toy and I put him in a crate and then I carry him. Puppies, shh.
Okay.
A real dog. You're being really active right now. I'm sorry.
You're fine. After I'm done packing, is it possible to try and get to know the crew more, meet more either Vulcans, Betazoids, or possibly find a Klingon or half Klingon?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
Not at this moment, but anything else would be fine. Right now, Rollers may want to try and get to know the crew, but honestly, most of the crew is still working. Some are off. They're either in, they're in the 10 forward, or they're actually currently resting. So there's really not a whole lot to do. Plus, you do have strict time schedule to report to the transporter or to the transporter room so you can board DS9.
So I'm probably going to go to the mess hall, get some food, and then, since I know me and Zeph are technically off, I'm going to go bug him.
All right. So after a day of collecting your items and whatnot, and after resting a little bit, a voice comes over the intercom and says, "Can Lieutenant Commander Zepth, Lieutenant Rollis Trin, and Lieutenant James Hemingway please report to Transporter Room 2?"
Zeph picks up his stuff and starts heading to the transporter room ASAP.
All right. So you guys do arrive at the transporter room, and you guys do see this this smirky kind of blonde hair with brown eyes guy come out, and he says, "Oh, so you guys must be the new crew members."
Yes.
Yes.
My name is James Hemingway. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, James.
Yep.
Nice to meet you too, James. My name is Rollis Trin.
And I am Zeph.
It's nice meeting to both you guys. My name is James Hemingway. If you guys do have any problems with me, just please try and speak to me. I do, when working, I do resort a lot to Vulcan logic, and so I just kind of want you guys to know that I may come off a bit brash. A bit, Vulcan-y.
It is fine.
It is fine.
I don't think Vulcan is the word I should have said, but
It is not.
I do.
As I show a little bit of not discomfort, but
Oh, that's right. You're part Vulcan.
yeah. He hasn't realized it, so it's not, as he shows a little bit of, what is it called?
The ears.
No, he's not showing his ears. He just shows a little bit of disappointment.
Right.
Like, oh.
Well, even though you're half Vulcan, the ears are dominant, so you're gonna have them regardless. So
yeah, but he can't see him because of how I did my hair.
Right.
Got long hair. They cover in my ears.
I do apologize. Is it something I said?
Yes.
What was it?
Vulcan-y.
I do apologize. I was just Rollis Trin. I did get your medical file. You are half Betazoid, half Vulcan. I do apologize. I can tend to come off a bit rude.
It's all right.
All right.
I'm not terribly upset.
Well, we must get on the transporter pad and head over to DS9 immediately so we can get this done and get back to to our ship. I mean, you're gonna love it here on the Norway. It's not as bad as you would think it is. Actually, it's not bad here at all. It's pretty good.
I look forward to it.
All right. So everyone hops on the transporter pad, and then I don't have the sound effect for this. I wish I did. And then the transporter, goes, and then suddenly you're on DS9 meeting the captain there, and she comes up to you and says, "Greetings, I am Captain Kara Nerys. It is nice to meet each and every one of you, or, well, at least I think I've already met two of you before."
Good evening, Captain. How are you? How have you been?
Oh, I've been great, but I know you guys are here. I didn't know they were sending you, Mr. Tren. If you remember correctly, you were acting commander of DS9 for about a week.
Yes. It was my privilege.
Yeah, you weren't very good at it. Hopefully you've improved and learned.
I thought he was good at it. I thought he did a good job, but okay.
There was a combination of you guys have all had some issues. If you remember correctly, we're going to do a flashback scene. Zeph actually remembers a time where he was trying to, because there was a low amount of people, that the engineering room was not kept up right, so there was power surge that blew out a conduit.
Yeah.
Are we on a ship bay? Because is that where we got?
No. You're actually near the bridge on a transporter pad.
Okay.
So she's like, "Let me show you guys to the project room, and well, first let me show you guys to your quarters. And then the chief security officer here, the new chief security officer here, will actually show you straight to the project room. We do urge you guys to, with some discretion, use some discretion while you guys are here, as that there is a group of Bajorians, which I don't really much blame them, as I am Bajorian myself, but there's a group of Bajorians here that do not like the project we're working on."
Fair enough. I'll try to steer clear of them as best I can.
All right. Well, so she shows you guys to your quarters, and then you guys meet up with the chief security officer with two security officers with you guys, and they take you to the project room, of which there was a previous team in there, but they dismissed them, so you guys could do your job. They even showed each of you guys to your stations inside the project room. There is the command station, and the con stations are are used for assisting other officers as well as gathering information on the project. The engineering security stations are used strictly for showing how everything works, the hypothesis, and what kind of engineering went into making this machine, as well as the security activates, security implements security protocols. And the chief medical officer, James Hemingway, got his own station with his both science and medical, which he will be able to run tests and simulations regarding the enzyme and species to see how they affect the genetics, or to see if everything is going to go off without a hitch.
All right.
Before we begin, is
Question.
there... Go ahead.
Question. Tabletop.
Yes.
What race is James Hemingway?
Human.
Human. Okay.
Yep, human.
Continue, please.
All right. You guys do have a moment before we begin. There is a specific start time on your data pads as well as on your consoles. Is there anything else you guys would like or need before you begin?
I would like some prune juice.
Actually, prune juice is delivered to you by one of the security officers since you ordered it, and they did actually bring you. They did bring you guys a little bit of a food tray.
Awesome.
Of many different delicacies. They didn't know if Rollus would like this, but they did get him some gok.
What is gok?
Gok is a Klingon delicacy of hot live worms.
I mean, he'll eat it.
All right, so, all right, and the chief security officer says, if you need anything, there will be a security officer outside this door. Mr. Zept, when you're ready to leave my men, let me know, because you will have the complete security controls, but we do have to shut the door and keep this entire room sealed off from the rest of the station.
Of course. I'll let you know if I need anything else, but yeah.
All right.
Lock it up.
All right, and the doors are shut. Okay. So, to begin, each of you do need to make some rolls. Roller's Trin is beginning to place his orders of receiving, of wanting to acquire information of what the machine does. So he does pass on the order to all of you, and to pass on this order, he needs to roll a present plus command roll.
Presence plus command.
Presence plus command. Now, you take your presence attribute, add it to your command, and then add the two numbers together, and you got to roll 2 dice lower than that.
Would any of my focuses apply?
Do you have any command focuses?
I have composure, persuasion, diplomacy.
Composure would definitely work. So, yep. Now, what that does is, what is your command at? What is your command score?
4.
All right. So, if you roll a 1 through 4, that counts as a critical. 1 to 4 counts as a critical. So,
I got a 1 and a 0.
1 and a 0. Oh, 0 means a fail. So, yep. Is a regular success or hang on, let me see how roll 20 does it. Oh no, that's just 1 success. Alright. Alright, so you do get 1 success, which actually has so you do succeed on passing on the orders. And if you'd like to give the orders verbally, you can go ahead. And you do get 1 momentum for it.
He gives the orders verbally.
Alright.
And to Zeph, he'll give them telepathically.
Oh, that's right. You guys do have that. All right, Zep. You do receive your orders that.
Or is it possible that I can give the orders to everybody telepathically because of how strong of a telepath he is?
Yes, very true. Very true.
Pretty sure telepathy generally works best between sympathetic people. So, like a brother or a sister or someone you're friends with or a father or stuff like that.
You know, cool. I thought it'd be cool.
I mean, I know. I'm just trying to keep it from what I understand in the setting.
The orders was passed on by. We're gonna just chalk it up. The orders was passed on by the command council.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I did it verbally. There you go.
Okay. All right. So you do it verbally. Are you gonna? So all you got to do is tell them that I need you guys to gather information on this project, and please have it with me within a few hours.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. All right, so, Zep, your job here, on top of being a security officer, your main job as an engineer is to figure out how the device works. So to do that, you're going to need me a reason plus engineering versus a difficulty of 2.
Okay. The reason. And I'm rolling 2d20. What focus could I add? Warp drive, computers, EPS systems, transporters, replicators, hand phasers, and survival.
Ooh, let's do a regular. Computers probably wouldn't fit this, but let's do a computers. I'm actually going to give you a bonus for that one,
Okay.
because this is like new technology. So we're going to say computers will actually work.
Okay, but am I rolling 2d20 or 3d20 for this?
2d20 unless you want to spend that momentum for a third.
No, let's roll 2. And I got 2 successes.
All right, well, you do succeed. All right, so you find out that the water that the machine makes adds in an enzyme that boosts the growth on the seeds and speeds it up to fully grown plants before dissipating. Once fully dissipated, the enzyme has no more effects on the soil or plant life. So it seems safe, and you send that information right to the command module.
Okay.
All right. So the next thing is right now would be the science officer needs to make me a couple rolls. You do see James Hemingway kind of working a little bit. All right, so let me get a couple rolls here. Control plus science. Ooh. All right. Let's see. This is going to be... Okay, xenobiology would work, so 1 or 2 gives him a blowout. And... Oh, wow, he's got 2 successes. Alright, so he gives you guys another momentum. So that's his science portion. So he sends over... he sends this over to Tren. He finds that the results are indicating that the plants and soil minerals are boosted by the enzyme from the water that the machine is implementing into the soil to help rapid plant growth. Tren is going through the findings that Zept is finding, so you guys are reading the same information, and everything seems to be green across the board.
Right.
And what was that? Did he get another momentum for that? Yep, and I already got that. So, all right. And now he has also reported that he is getting ready to run a test and a simulation on the medical officers. All right, Mr. Tren, I'm getting ready to run the simulation on the medical portion of this to see how this will affect Cardassians or any other type of humanoid life or any life period.
All right.
All right. I am proceeding. He actually decides to pull it up on a big view screen so you guys can all watch it unfold. Let's see. This will be Reason Medical. What was that other one? Control. Yep. Okay. Reason Medical. Oh, that's just 16 or better. And this, yeah. Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
Uh-huh.
No.
Not good. Not good at all. Okay, so here's where we're at with this.
I'm trying to assist him so he can reroll one of those dice.
Yes. How do you assist him? Do you give him any boost of encouragement? Oh, no. What a con officer would do, which is part of your command part, is to assist, you would need to roll a Reason Medical as well and see if you can get any successes on that. He's going to spend 1 momentum to reroll.
Nope. No. He gets it off of one of my values. One of my...
Oh, do I?
Whenever I assist somebody.
Oh, okay, fine. Fair enough. All right, so you do a Reason Medical and he does a Reason Medical.
Unless I'm wrong.
No,
I don't think anything that applies.
We'll argue that later. Just give me the Reason Medical.
2 successes.
All right, so you guys do have so altogether you guys got 2 successes, so which will grant us 2 more momentum.
But he gets to re-roll if he failed one.
No. Oh, he's good. All right, so you guys find the results are indicating that the plants have a protein that is boosted in high dosages, which spreads to the fruit and the vegetables that the plants bear. Basically, if they come up, it's a very high protein. To get a more precise hypothesis, the protein changes and how it affects those who eat it. Further testing will have to be performed in the medical lab. So he turns to Mr. Tren and say, Mr. Tren, Mr. Zepth, if you guys do not mind, I would like Mr. Zepth to escort me to the medical lab, and I will begin taking my findings to the medical computer and get more deeper findings on this.
All
Of
right.
course.
Make sure that this protein isn't going to hurt anybody.
Mission granted.
Mhm.
All right, all right. So what is Zep? So as Zep drops off Mr. Hemingway at the lab, does he wait outside or does he? What does he do?
He drops him off at the lab and waits outside for him to finish because he wants this to run as smoothly as possible considering the situation.
Okay, all right. All right, so while he's waiting outside, since you did, Mr. Tren, since he did give permission for this, would like him to roll a presence command real quick, as acting as giving permission.
Would a persuasion or composure focuses?
Composure would work.
Composure, okay. Oh, I'm re-rolling that.
Do you get one free? Do you have a talent that gives you one free reroll, or do you need to spend one momentum?
I'm using momentum because I got a critical fail, and I'm re-rolling that.
Okay, all
You
right.
got 2 fails, a regular fail and a critical fail.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be 3 threat on my end. So I'll allow you to reroll. So one
Can we
momentum.
roll both of them?
Okay. I believe that is 2 momentum, 1 per die. Or do you have a talent that allows you to do it for free?
I don't think I have a talent that does it for free.
All
I'll
right.
double check.
All right, 2 momentum, and you don't get no additional die, unless you want to spend a 3rd momentum and add 1 die to it on top of the reroll.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot better. That's a critical success and a regular success.
All right, so
3 successes.
there you go. 2 successes. Oh, we're gonna add that momentum back. So you did get that back.
3 successes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 successes, not 2.
Right. 2 successes on one, and then the other success is a normal one. The difficulty was 0.
Oh, damn it.
So failure on a 0 kind of really was like, oh wow, here we go, 3 threat for me. But no, you did that. All right. Meanwhile, Rollis, you gave him permission to leave, so he is feeling confident as being a commanding officer. So that does help. That does help with granting him momentum in this mess. In this science experiment. Real quick, he is taking a minute, and he is going to spend. Let's see. I think just 1. He is going to spend 1 of those, and to roll a 3rd die. He is running he is running the tests now. Zept is outside the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Better. And this would be ooh. Yes. Okay, so 1 through 4 are as doubles. 1, 2, 4 successes. So I do get all right. So we actually get to leave the scene. We've been switching through scenes, and I have not been collecting on momentum, but you guys have been earning it too. All right, so we're gonna leave the scene with a bonus momentum, so that will just dissipate on its own. All right. This is good. He does report, Mr. Tren.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Tren. This is James Hemingway from the medical lab. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna redo that. Rollis Tren. James Hemingway to Rollis Tren.
This is Rollis Trin speaking.
Sir, I just want to let you know this is going to take a few hours, so maybe you and Mr. Zept would like to maybe get something to eat. I'm going to stay here until the test results come back.
I understand. I will instruct Lieutenant Zepp to stay outside the door in case something goes wrong, and I will pick up lunch orders. Is there anything you actually no? Should I not? No. I don't think any of us should leave our positions.
Oh, that is your commanding. That is your command. If you like that. Yep.
We are currently on duty. I do not think anyone should leave their positions. If we need to get food, we can call it in.
Yep. I love that. You got just so you guys know, for every time that I think you guys have done something great or you have a good attitude in the scene, you guys have been getting what you call poker chips. There's green and red. Green goes towards your service record. Red goes against you as before. It's like the grading system, only I'm doing these in chips. So each of you are both at 2 green for how you guys have acted in this game so far, in this adventure.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, all right. So, no one's leaving quite yet. Which
I do get on the comms and request that we do get some food though, because we're gonna be here for a couple hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kira Nerys actually comes over the intercom and he says, she's like, Captain Kira to Captain Nerys to Rollis Trin.
This is Rolas Trin speaking.
I do apologize. I do. My men actually have my security officers actually have a situation to take care of on another deck. Are you able to maybe have Lieutenant Commander Zeph to collect the food? The food is ready. We do have it ready and stationed at one of our actual top kiosks. They actually prepared homemade food for you.
I thank you for the offer, but I'm going to have to politely decline because of how sensitive this mission is. I do not want anyone leaving their posts.
Oh man. Okay. All right. On all you guys' next turn, I'm going to set a chip out. These are gonna be blue chips. One for Zep, one for Trin, and one for James Hemingway. You guys just earned. I like the way you guys are thinking. You're thinking like real Starfleet officers, and you're getting me so immersed. On your next roll, if you decide to use it, it's got to probably be close to your next one. Let me know if you want to use a blue chip. A blue chip gives you an extra free die, so you will roll 3 d20s instead of 2.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
We just completely skipped over us. So you guys are pretty much getting hungry at this point, and you guys skipped over an entire scene. Let's see here. Actually, 2 whole scenes.
Scene?
Give me 1 second. I think we're skipping over two whole scenes, which is fine because you're doing things the way you would like to do things.
Zeft has really taught Rollis how to be a proper Starfleet officer.
Oh no, you haven't taught him. There's other reasons.
Oh, okay.
One is he's trying to get out of the shadow of his parents, but you know.
Well, you're doing a good job of it. Okay.
I wasn't for a while.
All right. So each of you have received Trin. Well, just because Zeph is just standing outside the door, Trin and the medical officer just received an over-the-screen data transfer of the medical research. It was sent to autosend as soon as the research was done. So the results came back that the protein controls a benign and poisonous properties. Too much of the protein makes it poisonous to consume by any species, including the fruits. Not enough of the protein could cause the plant to not bear fruit, but to grow as a weed, which would not help the agricultural process at all. It would actually destroy the agriculture even more. But, however, would not be poisonous, but would still not create create a jump start, or if anything, because all you would get from the land is weeds, which would destroy all the other plants. The enzyme introduced into the water and then the soil does enhance growth, but the protein levels make it severely poisonous. There is no time for the poison is so strong, there will be no time for an antitoxin or antidote. And the consumer would sleep within 10 minutes of consumption and then go into immediate coma and will eventually die in mere hours, is what the results came back. What you basically have seen is you watched the enzyme being introduced into the circulatory system of all humanoid species, human, Cardassian alike, because, we mostly got human, but they did all other species as well. And the simulation actually shows, based on the chemical properties of the enzyme, it kills everybody. You even see how it's done. It's like the most horrific thing that you've ever witnessed. While Zeph is outside waiting, I'm going to spend a threat, and someone comes up to Zeph,
Mm-hmm.
and goes, How dare you help such terrorists? The Cardassians poisoned our lands, made it nearly impossible for us to farm, and you want help to feed their planet versus ours? You, officer, are protecting that medical guy in there, and we're going to get him to help us with our planet.
I would advise against that.
Well, advise against this. And so he's going to go hit you.
Okay, you can try that, but
All right. Well,
I'm going to be purely defensive here, not going offensive. I'm just trying to block and dodge and try to deftly maneuver him away from hitting anyone or anything.
all right. So you're not going to try and hurt him. All right, see how this works.
I might like trying to disable him, but not like in a way that'll do a ton of harm or anything.
All right.
If he wasn't me, I would have shot him with my phaser. Set it to stun.
All right. So what
Or
you all right, so give me the opposed roll, which is you. You need to give me a daring security, and you need to beat the difficulty of 1, and you also need to beat how many successes I get.
Okay.
All right.
And I do not have any focuses. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't. But I'm going to roll 3d20 on this.
All right. I spent your coin.
Hmm? Two successes.
2 successes. Well, he whacks you. So you weren't able to stop him, and he clocks you like right in the face. He clocks you really hard right in the face, and he does exactly. Give me 1 second here. Something like him should be moderate. Oh boy. And he knocks you straight down, right on your bum. Let's see here.
Wow.
But you take 1 stress of damage. It's non-lethal, however.
Mm-hmm. So I'll mark stress.
So as you're down on the ground, because now you're prone, you're down on the ground, and you get grabbed by 2 other Bajorians, and they carry you off.
Can I try to resist using fitness and security?
I can give you a resistance of. You want to do fitness and security? Let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a judgment call on that. Give me 1 second. Yeah,
Okay.
because you're not attacking. If you're just trying to run and get away, I will allow fitness and security.
Okay, cool.
Difficulty is going to be 1.
Okay, 2d20. Let's.
Actually, I'm spending a threat to make it 3.
Okay, to make it 3d20 or what?
No. 3 difficulty, which means you have to get 3 successes.
No.
Do I have any momentum I can spend?
You got 6. You can spend 1 to get a 3rd die, or you can spend 3 and get a 3rd and 4th die. Or you can spend all 6 and get 3 die.
I'm gonna spend 3 and get 3 die.
Fair enough.
Oh, 4, right?
Yeah, 4.
Yep, the 3rd and 4th die, that's only 3 momentum.
Yeah.
So 4d20 or 3d20?
No, that would be 4d20.
Okay, rolling now.
Yes.
Crap, 3 successes.
Oh yeah, you got away. You're running, and they're about ready to chase after you. Give me. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Insight security. Well, maybe not insight security. Give me control and security, so that way I know you're
Okay.
not panicking.
Okay.
What I'm going to allow you to do is stay well within control, so that way you see what's in front of you, because if not, you may trip over something. That difficulty is actually going to be a 2, because I'm going to spend a threat, because if not, then you're going to trip over something.
Okay. and I got 1 success.
1 success. So you do fail, which gives me 1 threat back. Because I needed to. And you do trip over someone's foot, and 3 other Bajorians came out after you. You're outnumbered 6-1.
Are there any security officers helping out our mission?
There's security officers helping out your mission, but remember Kieran Nerys said she had another situation on another deck. Unfortunately, they are spread out too thin.
Oh, I was wondering if if the Tolkien spared any security officers or security members.
No, but you can still call for help for your other 2 partners, which is James Hemingway and Rollis Tren. They're still available.
Yeah, I'm gonna go basically on. I pressed my comm badge and I just like hail basically not all frequencies, but like the ones that are important.
Right.
And I say, I like ask for help.
All right, give me a phrase.
Red alert.
Well, if that's the only phrase you got, they took your communicator and they smashed it. However, Rollis Tren did pick up on something wrong, and he can ask the computer for your exact location.
I'll do that. I'll ask for exact location.
All right, so go ahead and do it. I'm gonna make you act that one out.
Computer, what is his title is Lieutenant Commander, right?
Yes, Lieutenant Commander Zeph.
Where is the exact location of Lieutenant Commander Zeph?
Lieutenant Commander Zeph is no longer on board, it seems. His comm badge is not able to be detected. Last known whereabouts was outside the medical lab.
Thank you. I then hail... Sorry, what's the name of the captain of Deep Space Nine?
Kira Nerys.
Hail Kira Reese real quick, and I say, we have a red alert from Lieutenant Commander Zeph outside of the medical office, right?
Yes, medical offices.
Right outside of the medical offices. I think something's going on.
Medical labs. Confirm, I will be enacting red alert protocols, and she enacts red alert protocols, and the whole station goes red alert, and suddenly the doors to where the project lab is sealed Rollis Tren inside with the machine.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile,
that also means the doors to the medical lab are sealed too, correct?
No, because the medical lab only has information.
Well, can I ask her to seal those doors as well because of the information that I learned?
You can, but it's already been transferred to the computer. I mean, you can do that if you feel like it, but I'm just letting you know it wouldn't really help much.
I don't want the Bajorans getting that information.
All right, fair enough. You don't even need to ask her. You put it in the command yourself over on the security station because you knew that you had security measures there, which actually allowed you not only to control anything in the room, but within close proximity. The medical labs are in close proximity, so you did seal those doors.
Okay. Can I reach out telepathically to Zeph and tell him I have put the station on red alert and there is help coming your way. I could not leave my post because if yours was a surprise attack to get us away from the project, I cannot afford to leave the project and leave it in danger of falling into enemy hands.
Let me see here. I'm trying to see what the role is for that. It doesn't seem there will be a role for that, so you can just go ahead and do it. There's no role to do it, as long as Zeph is willing.
Yep, he's willing.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so you did receive that information telepathically.
Okay, I don't know what else to do.
And then, in addition, can I also attempt to telepathically talk to James and tell him that do not be alarmed, we are on red alert. I have sealed the door to the medical office. There are Bajorans outside. We cannot allow them to get the information about the food, about the protein.
Yes.
By the way, this is Lieutenant Junior Rollis Tren. Please do not be alarmed.
Oh, he wasn't very much alarmed.
Well, it's the why the hell is there a voice in my head?
Right. Well, I mean, remember he has your entire medical chart, including all your capabilities on the USS Tolkein,
Yeah.
because he had to have that. All right. So meanwhile, the Bajorians did carry Zept right over to the project room. They're holding phasers to his head and go, "Open up! We want that technology."
Is that my room or?
Yeah, they're outside your room. And you can see it through a camera on one of the consoles that they got Zept on his knees with phasers held to his head.
Bad as it sounds, I can't open the door.
Well, then we'll take him. We want that technology.
Oh no! I was talking out of character. My character's not responding.
Oh, okay.
He's making it sound and look like there's no one in the project room.
Well, they're still talking because they think someone's in there. That's why the door shut.
Yeah.
But they don't know. Okay. All right. Okay.
No. This is I relieve a message to Zeft saying, as much as I want to open that door to save you, my friend, I cannot in good faith open this door and let this fall into the enemy's hands, and potentially at the cost of a planet. Having a planet destroyed to save your life. I cannot do that in good faith.
You do know that Zeph can't respond to any of these messages.
I understand, but my character's telling you nonetheless of why he's doing what he's doing. It's I can't. As much as I want to save you, the life of millions is more important than the life of one.
I understand.
And that is our duty as Starfleet personnel.
Yeah, I know.
I'm spinning my last threat because we have reached our end of this adventure. This wasn't the we went a little bit off the adventure, which I'm glad about because we did come up with a great adventure. So
Actually, no. Hold on. Can I talk to them through the comm and try and use diplomacy to calm them down and?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Stop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can. Still spinning my last threat though to make it difficult.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna say they're pretty heated. So I'm gonna say difficulty of 4. You can use this will be your presence command, and if you have diplomacy as a focus, you can use that as well.
I have diplomacy and persuasion.
Oh, well, either way you have either way you can only use one focus at a time. So it
Oh, I am also going to use a talent called diffuse the tension.
and let's see what that does. Actually, do you have it up right there, or do I need to pull it up real quick?
Give me 1 second.
Because I actually have it right here.
I do not have it.
All right. Whenever you attempt a task to persuade someone not to resort to violence, you may add a d20 to your dice pool. Okay, so we're going to do persuade. You're going to add a d20 to your dice pool, and you do have a chip to up it to 4d20 without spending momentum.
I spend 1 momentum and make it 5.
All right, I'll do that. Ooh, man, I'm loving this.
I do have a focus.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope. Do you need me to read off the what you need to roll? Or do you,
No, I believe I have it. It's presence plus command.
Yep.
Or could I reason with them instead? Use logic?
Is that a value?
No, I don't think so. I have of 2 worlds, diplomat of truth, never lies, shadow of his parents, and then unwavering trust and loyal to the house of Olmar, would die for Kyok.
Let me see here, because if that would work, I can give you an automatic. You do have 1 to use a value like that. You do have 1 determination, which
I do have diplomat of truth, never lies, and of 2 worlds, so I understand where they're coming from.
All right, I'm gonna give you, if you want to use never lies, because you don't. You know what? Since you're also of 2 worlds, you know what? I will allow you to spend a determination and give you 1 automatic success, and you still roll 5 dice.
Okay, but can I use reason instead of presence?
Instead of reason instead of presence.
Because I'm reasoning with them using that because I do not lie.
Yes. Yes, I will give that to you.
Reason plus command plus 5d20 plus a focus.
What do we get?
Oh my god.
One failure is 0, a critical success, a success, a success, a success, and an auto success. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total.
And you only need to beat 4, so you gain back 2 momentum. So what do you say to them?
I didn't think I'd actually succeed.
So, well, act it out. Come on, we got this.
My name is Lieutenant Junior Rollis Trin. I am currently in charge. I am currently the commanding officer in charge of this project. As much as I would love to open these doors and save the life of my dear friend Zeph, Lieutenant Commander Zeph, I cannot, in good faith, open these doors because it would cost the life of and a planet of people. I'm sure that you, in good faith, do not want to see an entire planet be wiped off the face of the universe, because that is not who you are. That is not what you want. That is not what you stand for. You simply want justice for your people, and justice will be given. But this is not the right way to go about it. And I know deep down you know that.
They throw down their weapons, and they surrender, and Kira Nerys did come with a couple security officers, and they did apprehend all the Bajorians, and they were put into temporary, well, not temporary, but solitary confinement, and they were basically, they were sent to the brig.
And here I was thinking that Zeph was gonna have to die, and I was like, okay, Starfleet officer, I'll do it.
So you guys do get back to work. The question is asked. You guys came across the question because you found the enzyme. You guys went through. Each of you guys continued the project after a little bit of a day, or at least a couple hours of resting, and you guys found out that the project was sabotaged. You sent your findings to Captain Kira Nerys. She sent them to the USS Tolkein. USS Tolkein is going to respond to you guys directly and go, "This is Captain Amelia Flores of the USS Tolkein calling Rollis Trin."
This is Rollis Trin.
Rollis Trin, how are you doing down there on Deep Space Nine?
I am doing just fine.
Okay. Well, we've got a bit of a problem.
Would my character know that it was sabotaged?
Yes. You guys did
Because
come to. You guys came to that finding based
I
on all
know.
your roles. You guys came to that finding before sending it there.
Yeah, he says, I know.
No, Starfleet just actually sent orders. I'm not allowed to allow you guys to return to the USS Tolkien until you guys can investigate the situation on the project. We need you guys to please investigate and give a full report on your investigation. If you do not complete your investigation within 72 hours, the project will be scrapped. Starfleet Command will be forced to relay this to the Cardassian embassy, the Cardassian leaders. And the bit of a problem here, this will cause a diplomatic issue as to why it was sabotaged. Given the findings that you have here, Starfleet will give you 72 hours, but you guys will be in complete full lockdown.
Where?
I am just calling to let you know that I can't let you return to the ship until you and your team find out exactly what happened.
Question.
Are
people still allowed to arrive at Deep Space Nine?
Yes. Oh, no. No, Deep Space Nine is under complete lockdown. No one in, no one out.
No, seeing as we have a shortage of security staff, I have an idea.
No, when it's in
I have
lockdown, Zept will be controlling all the locks to the doors. Everyone will be confined to quarters.
But you said that they said there's still a shortage of people to help out Deep Space Nine, correct?
Yes.
and that we have a shortage of security officers. So my character
Mm.
talking to his captain. It's captain, right?
Yes.
Says, I have an idea of a way to increase our security.
Okay. I'm listening.
I am part of House Olmar. I can reach out and see if either if my brother Kyokuk is within the same system, or if he's on Deep Space Nine, to see if he'd be willing to help us out.
All right. Do you? Unfortunately, due to the project, I can reach out to the communicate for you, but we will not allow communication other than between here and the Tolkien. So if you want, I can reach out to your brother Omar to send a message. We can patch it through as well as
brother
we're screaming,
Kyokuk.
as long as we're screaming the communique.
Yes.
All right.
But it's Kyokuk.
Hyokuk.
of
All
House
right.
Olmar.
House Omar. We'll send out a message and we'll see if we can get him to connect with us. We'll hail him. And if we can get him connected with us, we'll patch him through.
Patch him through to me.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. So that officially ends this part of the adventure for today.
All right.
All right. How did you
It's a lot more drama filled than the last campaign.
Yeah.
So you guys like this one a little bit better?
Yeah, I did it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I believe it or not, I think the books helped out because I did randomly generate this out of one of the books, and once I got the basis of what the book was telling me to do, I actually just filled in the blanks. So yeah, this is definitely a lot more drama filled.
You had
Oh,
me a
yeah.
lot more on my toes, but I also knew more of what I was doing. So I'm like, I can do this.
Well, like I said, you know, Rolas Trin, to me, is... I liked your character in the beginning regardless what he was doing, because you were funny. You made me laugh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you did create a lot more of the drama than I did. So, that's what I liked more about your character. Now that he's more of a decorative... not so much decorative yet, because you're still just a lieutenant junior grade. You now know a little bit more, so you're a bit more comfortable, and I do like where we've gone with this. I think this was magnificently awesome. This program, I think, that we used today was magnificently awesome. Too bad we didn't actually get anyone in the messages, but, you know, they can see this going in the future. We will be doing this again next Wednesday, around the same time. And, we only got into 1 hour and 15 minutes, but you guys, oh man, you guys did great. Real quick, I just need you guys to, Reese, I need you to, Reese, I'm sorry, Witch King.
Okay.
Wrong name. Witch King, I need you to roll me 3 d20s real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me pull everything back up on what I need to see. You're
want me to
also...
roll them?
hang on 1 second. I got to pull something up from the book because now your responsibility, your goal of responsibility has changed because you're you're higher rank. It does change among the ranks.
Cool.
So, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see here. Let me go to the last page. Toby, you're gonna roll. Also, you're gonna roll 3d20. You guys don't have any oppositions so far, so this will be good. And I will note this down somewhere. Actually, Witch King, can you go to the back of your page? Do you know how to go to the back of your page on your character sheet?
To the
The little gearbox.
Yeah, hit the gearbox.
Oh,
I forgot there was a gearbox there.
okay.
Yep, and tell me what your reputation is set at.
20.
Oh, yeah, you're not rolling nothing actually. You're good to go.
Okay.
Toby, can you please go to the back of your gearbox and tell me where you're at?
13.
13? Okay, yeah, you're rolling. Hang on, let me tell you everything here. Give me a hot second. Oh, here we go. Okay. Your responsibility is still... Okay, so one is still your critical. Because if you were like a captain, you could score a 1 to 4 as critical. Your responsibility is 20. However, Lieutenant Commanders has a privilege of 2, which means 1 and 2 is your critical, and you don't have to score. Your auto failures are 19 and 20. So it does allow you to auto fail a bit more as you climb up in the ranks. But you, like I said, Witch King, you ain't rolling me nothing. Okay, so with that said, what did Tobey get?
12, 10, 19.
12, 10, 19? Okay. 12, 10, and 19. Okay, so you got... Oh, so what you got to do when you roll your reputation, it's got to roll lower than what your reputation is. So since you're at 13, you have, what, 10, 12, and 19?
Yep.
All right, that's 2 successes and 1 failure. But the good news on that is you still succeed, so you can move it up to 15 now.
Yay.
To give you guys a bit of a thing, now Rolas is getting his fine record, including a few commendations for your performance. You are now reviewed as a good duty officer after your first year or 2 of going through. Well, you've actually been a officer for a year and a half, so you kind of maybe a little bit longer, give or take. But so it took you a while to get here. Of course, Zeph has already been here automatically, so we'll have to create some more than issue.
But I did good and bad, good and bad, good and bad.
All right. Well, we're gonna be extending from a bit more about this. We're gonna be spending more time. We won't be doing at the end of the season, depending on where your reputation is. We will be doing at the end of the 12th session. We will be doing a upgrade. If your reputation's good, we will give you guys upgrades appropriated to that. Which means Zeth could be a commander if he wants to be. But you are also more than. So, if you change to the command division, so all right. Well, oh man, I totally forgot this was in the screen. There we go. How do you guys like?
Possibly become a commander?
Maybe. That's a big fat maybe. Because right now you're still Lieutenant Junior, so you can still become a commander.
Am I in for a promotion? Because I now have a reputation of 50.
Now, dude, right now we're in the middle of it. We just ended one adventure. The second adventure is going to pick up where this left off. It's a continuance. Think of it as a 2-part episode. So we're not even talking about that right now. Get with me in a month or so.
I mean, next week?
No, literally at the end of the 12th session. Shit. Yeah, so take your time there, big guy. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. Maybe we'll get some guest stars on. I don't know. Maybe not. Well, I'm glad you guys like the adventure. For those who have tuned in, yes, we do have our starship right here. No, we didn't get to do anything with starship battles. Maybe that'll be in the future. We'll definitely going to be doing a little bit more stuff in the future. So I do want to say thank you so much for all those who tuned in. Is there anything else you guys got to say before we leave?
Any milestones?
You're really worried about. You're the type of person. Witch King, do you remember the gamers?
I do. Which one?
The second one. How much XP do I get for the farmer?
You're damn right I am.
You know the crappy part is because you re-rolled that failure, I didn't get to play this. Oh shit.
I'm watching the stream, but it's 10-second delay.
Yeah. You'll see it
Also,
again.
you set it to a 360-degree view.
Oh, the 360?
Yeah, that's what you set the video to.
Oh, jeez. Well, you'll see that. For those who didn't see it, you'll see it. I didn't get to play my famous failure thing, which all the current public saw it. It's basically Data when the Enterprise D gets destroyed, and he goes, "Oh shit." Mind you, Data's an android that doesn't have anything, doesn't say that very often. So, well, guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for having you. All right, so for everyone else into the chat, I will have the links of my famous people here in the description. But before we do all of that, Witch King, do you want to promote yourself really quick?
Yes, I'm the Witch King of Samra. I know the name's confusing for non-English speakers, but bear with it. I run a YouTube channel, which I have been very, unfortunately, late on making videos, and um, I tried to make one recently, but it didn't work out. But I plan to make as many as I can because I want to hopefully review practically every role-playing game on my shelves.
Oh, we're getting
Which
there.
is, I know.
Slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
yes, check my channel out and check out tabletops as well. Oh, one last thing. I hope to potentially be doing some book reviews as well as role-playing game reviews, so you might see a book review potentially in the very near future.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I've been doing movie reviews as of late, mostly classical. Mostly classical. You know, I feel like I might be kind of stealing the thunder of one of my other partners I, get on stream with because, you guys go check him out. His name's Sparta Chris. He does do some reviews too. He's been doing some other things as well. So, I don't think we have had any streams as of late, but him and I are getting ready to do some reviews on some things. So please go ahead and check out his channel too. Please leave a like, subscribe if you like what you see. My man, the Witch King, go to his channel. Check. You know what? There is things on his channel to check out. Witch King doesn't know this, but I did just acquire the Invisible College.
Oh, neat.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
hope
reading it. I'm reading it right now. So maybe at what point, since you already did a review on it, maybe we'll get on here and you and I will just talk about it, and we'll just invite Tobey so we can make fun of him.
All hail the punching bag, dude.
Yeah.
Hail to the king.
Oh man, don't even get me started to that. Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell always said that. And we got to do. Maybe we should do an Evil Dead review at some point because
There is an Army of Darkness role-playing game.
Oh, I know. And I just got into a job, and I'm looking at having money here really, really soon. Money is just rolling in. I'm just waiting on getting firstly paid. So I mean, yeah, and they are decent paychecks, and all my bills are paid for the month already. I don't have another bill to worry about until like next month. So yeah, and you know what I'm not used to? Getting paid every single week.
Same.
Wow.
I'm usually every 2 weeks with every job I ever worked. This job came to me and said, hey, not only are we going to pay you good money, you're getting paid weekly. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So having a fun time. Gotta give, for anyone who's out there, give my girlfriend, Mama Wolf, some props too. She doesn't have her own channel, but she does come out and support every single one of us. The only one she couldn't find was Tobey, but I had to explain to her Tobey doesn't have a channel necessarily.
Technically do, but there's nothing posted.
Yeah. But she is on The Witch King. She is on Ironcasters, T-Shirt Historian. She's on Jace at 540. Sparta Chris at 540 Echo. She supports all streamers, and she supports what we do, and she supports all my friends in my inner circle. So, if anyone ever sees her out there, just say, thank you, Mama Wolf, because if you're a streamer, she'll support you guys too. She supports anyone I tell her to, especially if I like them. If Witch King says he likes someone, because she does watch. You may not know this, Witch King, but she does watch your videos too. She's never gonna get in. She's told me she's never gonna get into tabletop. It's not her thing, but she does like. She looks at it as, like you said, book reviews. So get some book reviews. You actually might attract her back some more with some more stuff in the future. So she does like literature. She's very much a good reader.
Well, I tend to read fantasy, sci-fi, or occasionally horror, so if she's good with that, then...
She's like Harry Potter. What's that one where they made a movie on, but the movie flopped, but the books were good? Like The City of Bones? Not the TV series. It was Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
like
have not read that.
Yeah,
but I have seen the movie, which I thought was cool, except for the ending.
Well, she's into the supernatural horror type setting. So yeah, that's up her alley.
All of Cthulhu? Question mark?
We are definitely gonna. She's not into that, but she is getting into that because I talk to her about H.P. Lovecraft all the time. We actually sit down and have a great conversation about H.P. Lovecraft. So,
She might like Night Shift if she ever wants to play a role playing game. I'm not saying she has to, but
no,
if she
no,
wants,
no.
there is Night Shift, which is urban fantasy horror stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of things out there. So. But here we are, just gallivanting on an actual play stream. All right, guys, this is Tabletop Junkie. If you like what you see, please leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'm going to be upgrading my screen a little bit because we're going to have some more cool stuff flying right at you in the future streams. I'm seeing how to improve. Our next thing that we're going to be adding that these guys don't know about, but I found a way to add avatars for you two while being at my computer. And when you two talk, it'll pick up on who's who. So I'm learning a lot with this new program, and I'm learning at a rapid pace. That's how I got all this figured out. So hopefully I'm gonna review the video. Hopefully everything checks out good, the audio and everything. So if you guys like what you see, once again, leave a like, subscribe, and Tabletop Junkie. Work hard, guys. Play hard. Game hard. Game on. We gamed on tonight. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing up. And for the viewers and future viewers, if you do like my stuff, thank you so much. Your support brings me great joy and great motivation to do more. And that's what I'm going to continue to do, is I'm going to do more. This is Tabletop Junkie, this is the Witch King, and this is Tobey 1201, also known as the Punching Bag. Realist friend, great guy, great friend of both the Witch King and me. We're all signing off for the night. You guys have a great and wonderful evening.
Night, everyone.